All right, take two. Disregard that first video. The tablet cut off on me and rebooted. So sorry about that. But anyway, Big Al's back. It is Thursday, July 23rd, 2020. And today we're continuing our series of the AM and FM radio stations from across the country. And today's focus will be on the gateway to the West, St. Louis, Missouri. This their broadcast area also extends into western sections of Illinois as well. And before we dive into these stations in St. Louis, I went to another website called radiolocator.com, or not radiolocator.com, but rather stationratings.com, and they give you the list of markets and where they rank in the country. And I wrote down the ranks of all the cities that I've done and have yet to do. And so I'll be doing a little change into the descriptions of each video that I've done. And I'll keep doing this with every video that I make with the Arbitron ratings or the Arbitron rankings of each market. Like today, we're doing St. Louis, which is the 24th largest radio market in the country. I also have Charlotte, which is number 23, Portland, Oregon, which is number 21, and then the big one, New York City, which is obviously the largest radio market in the country. And that's going to be fun tackling that market. Anyway, getting back to the St. Louis market, there has been some upheaval, if you will, in this market. The FCC revoked the licenses of 4 AM radio stations, and there was also a recent format change on one of the FM stations, and I will tell you all about that. And getting back to those 4 AM stations who had their licenses revoked, I might do a quick video on what happened or what transpired to lead the FCC to delete these stations' licenses. I'm thinking about it. I don't know if I'm going to do it, but keep an eye out for it just in case. So, with that being said, let's go ahead and get into the St. Louis radio market, starting on the AM side with 550 KTRS St. Louis. They're known as the Big 550 KTRS, the Talk of St. Louis. This is a talk radio station with news updates from ABC News and programming from Premier Radio Networks. This station is owned by KTRS AM License LLC, and the licensees are the St. Louis Cardinals, which for a short time was the flagships, held the flagship rights to the Cardinals games. The St. Louis Cardinals are one of the licensees. The other is CH Radio Holdings. KTRS is the St. Louis affiliate of the Missouri Tigers, so you'll hear their football and men's basketball games on this station. And this is also the home of St. Louis FC, which I think is getting upgraded to Major League Soccer. We shall see. 590 is KFNS, Wood River, Illinois. This station is known as 590 The Fan. This is a sports talker, and this is a rarity for a sports talker to have news updates on the hour, but KFNS does have hourly news updates from NBC News. They are also the St. Louis affiliate for both Fox Sports Radio and CBS Sports Radio. They're owned by Markel Entertainment, LLC. 630 is KYFI St. Louis, part of the Bible Broadcasting Network, broadcasting in Christian radio format from Bible Broadcasting Network Incorporated. 690 KSTL St. Louis, known as Jubilee 690. This is an urban gospel station from Church of God in Christ Incorporated. 730 is KWRE Warrington, Missouri. This airs primarily to the Westplex, or the far western St. Louis suburbs. This station is known as KWRE AM 73. Traditional Country. This is a country music station with news updates from Fox News Radio. They're owned by Caspar Broadcasting Company of Missouri, and they are a daytime only station, so they are required to sign off the air at sundown due to FCC law. But even though 730 signal is required to sign off at sundown, KWRE does operate translator station K236CK Warrington on 95.1 FM that allows their programming to air 24 hours a day. 770, which used to be a daytime only station for a majority of their long history, is WEW St. Louis. They broadcast brokered programming in multiple languages. I think I counted like 6 or 7 languages in which they broadcast in. This station is owned by Wryt Broadcasting Corporation. And again, this station had just recently got approval from the FCC for nighttime operation. Because before, their 1,000 watt signal was only allowed to operate during daytime hours only, because 770 is a clear channel frequency in the United States, and the dominant Class A 50,000 watt station on 770 is, of course, WABC in New York. So they were required to sign off the air. But the Federal Communications Commission did allow authorization for WEW to conduct nighttime broadcasting, but at a dramatically low 200 watts. As they have to protect the skyway interference from WABC and other stations on 770. 850, which is also a clear channel frequency that's dominated by KOA in Denver, is Kfuo Clayton. And this station broadcasts in high definition. In fact, they're one of 3 St. Louis AM stations with HD broadcasting capability. This station is known as Worldwide KUFO. We are where you are. This is a Christian talk station which is owned by the Lutheran Church Missouri Synod. KFUO is still a daytime only station, so they're required to leave the air at sundown by FCC law. 800 KREI Farmington, Missouri, and I apologize, I went out of turn with these 2 stations. KREI is known as Super Talk KREI, the voice of Missouri's Parkland. This is a news talk station from Alpha Media. 880 is WIJR, Highland, Illinois. La Tremenda, 880 AM. This is a regional Mexican station from Wryt Broadcasting Corporation. 920 WGNU, St. Louis. WGNU 920 AM, the Talk of St. Louis. So this is the second station to use that slogan, the Talk of St. Louis. Of course, KTRS also uses it. WGNU is a business talk station with programming from the Business Talk Radio Network. They are owned by Radio Property Ventures. 980 KSGM, St. Genevieve, Missouri, the River Region's legend. This is a classic country station with programming from Westwood One Country. They're owned by Donze Communications. 1010 KXEN St. Louis, KXEN 1010 AM, Christian Talk Radio for St. Louis. This is a Christian talk and religious station owned by BDJ Radio Enterprises, LLC. And they operate translator station K283CI in St. Louis on 104.5 FM. 1080 is WRYT, Edwardsville, Illinois. Catholic Radio from the Covenant Network. So again, this is a Catholic radio format, and their owner is the Covenant Network. They operate an FM translator station in Caseyville at 92.7 W224 DC. 1120 is KMOX St. Louis. News Radio 1120 KMOX, the voice of St. Louis. This is a news talk station with hourly news updates from CBS News, plus programming from Premier Radio Networks and Westwood One. They also have a news gathering partnership with CBS television station and former co-owned station KMOV-TV Channel 4. KMOX is the radio flagship station of the St. Louis Cardinals, and some notable programs you'll hear on News Radio 1120 KMOX include Rush Limbaugh and the morning newscast America in the Morning. KMOX is owned by Intercom Communications and is repeated on sister station KEZK 102.5 FM HD3 St. Louis. All right. 1190 is one of the stations that had their licenses revoked, and I'll be talking about all four of those stations after we do the rundown. So we'll jump ahead to 1220 KLPW Union, Missouri. Rock in Americana. They broadcast an Americana format, which is owned by Broadcast Properties Incorporated. They operate translator station K224EZ 92.7 FM, Union, Missouri. 1240 is KFMO, Park Hills, Missouri. AM 1240 KFMO, more stimulating talk radio. They are a news talk format during the day and sports at night. Programming supplied by both Premier Radio Networks and ESPN Radio. KFMO is owned by MKS Broadcasting Incorporated. 1260 is Wsdz, Belleville, Illinois. This is the St. Louis affiliate of Relevant Radio, which features a Catholic talk format with programming from Relevant Radio. They're owned by Immaculate Heart Media Incorporated and operates translator station K236CS on 95.1 FM in St. Louis. Wsdz is also the former St. Louis affiliate of Radio Disney. 1280 is KYRO, Troy, Missouri. Westplex News Talk 1280, KYRO. This is a news talk station owned by KYRO Group LLC, and they operate translator station K287CM on 105.3 FM, Troy, Missouri. 1320 is KSIV AM, Clayton, Missouri. Part of the Bot Radio Network, broadcasting a Christian talk and teaching format from Bot Communications Incorporated. They operate translator station K240ES on 95.9 FM St. Louis. And Bot Radio Network programming is also heard on KSIV 91.5 FM in St. Louis. I'm pretty sure, like I said earlier, that these two stations simulcast since they air basically the same programming. 1350 is KRAP, Washington, Missouri. Westplex 1071. The 90s to now. It says 90s to now, but you get the idea. This is a hot adult contemporary station, and they are an affiliate of both the St. Louis Blues and the Kansas City Chiefs. So you'll hear Blues hockey and Chiefs football on Westplex 1071, which is owned by CompuTraffic Incorporated, and they operate translator station K296HA on 107.1 FM in Washington, Missouri. .1380 is Kxfn St Louis, which is a Spanish Catholic station from Immaculate Heart Media Incorporated, with translator station K287BY 105.3 FM St. Louis relaying KXFN's programming. 1400 broadcasting in high definition is KJFF Festus, Missouri, Straight Talk 1400 AM. They also have a secondary brand as AM 1400 KJF. This is a news talk station from Alpha Media. All right. 1430 is another station that lost its license with the FCC. I'll talk about that at the end of the rundown. So we'll jump to 1450, which is KYLS AM, Fredericktown, Missouri. K Hits 94.3. This is a hot adult contemporary station from Dawkins Broadcast Group LLC. And they operate translator station K232FS 94.3 FM, Fredericktown, Missouri. 1460 is KHOJ St. Charles, Missouri. This is a Catholic radio station owned by the Covenant Network, and they operate 2 FM translator stations. They operate K244FO 96.7 FM Crestwood and K275CI 102.9 St. Charles. 1480 is WJBM Jerseyville. Red Country, or Real Country I should say, 104.7 1480. This is part of Westwood One's Real Country Network. They are owned by DJ Two Rivers Radio, and they operate FM translator station W284DN on 104.7 FM in Jerseyville, Illinois. All right. 1490 and 1510 are the other 2 stations that lost their licenses with the FCC. More on that shortly. 1570 is WBGZ Alton, Illinois, the Big Z, Radio for the River Bend. This is a talk formatted radio station with programming from the Salem Radio Network. They're owned by Metroplex Communications Incorporated and operates FM translator station W296DR 107.1 FM licensed to Alton, Illinois. And then on 1600, broadcasting in HD is KATZ AM St. Louis, Hallelujah 1600, today's gospel music. This is a urban gospel station from iHeartMedia. Now, let's go back to the 4 stations that lost their licenses earlier this year. In fact, one of them lost their license last year. All right. The stations in question are 1190 KQQZ Fairview Heights, Illinois, which last aired a classic country format. There's 1430 KZQZ St. Louis, which last aired in oldies format. There's 1490 KFTK AM East St. Louis, Illinois, which aired a news talk simulcast of Intercom-owned KFTK FM News Talk 97.1, and daytime-only station WQQW 1510 in Highland, Illinois. Not sure what their last format was. But all 4 stations were owned by a company known as Entertainment Media Trust. And these stations were ran by a former convicted felon. And I think, from what I read, he was an Illinois state senator. They ran the stations as the Insane Broadcasting Company. Only exception was 1490, which was being operated by Intercom. But Insane Broadcasting Company operated the other three stations. Now, 1190, 1430, and 1490 all had their licenses revoked by the Federal Communications Commission on March 20th of this year. 1490 ceased operations immediately. But it wasn't until about April the 12th when 1190 and 1430 finally ceased operations. Now, 1430 was compelled to cease their operations after numerous reports surfaced in the St. Louis Post-Dispatch about illegal broadcasts on the AM dial in St. Louis. That's probably why those two stations left the air, outside of having their licenses revoked. So really, 1190 and 1430, who had their licenses revoked on March 20th, ran for nearly a month unlicensed. And then the St. Louis Post-Dispatch got wind of this, and then they finally pulled the plug on both KQQZ and KZQZ. Now, 1510 WQQW, that's the daytime only station from Highland, Illinois. Their license was this was the first of the four stations that had their license revoked. This station's license was revoked on June 5th of last year. But again, I'm thinking about doing a separate video about this whole mess with the Entertainment Media Trust and the convicted felon who owned these four radio stations. I might do it, I might not do it. We shall see. Either way, keep your ears open. It may happen. Alright, let's jump to the FM dial. Starting with 88.1, channel 201, broadcasting in high definition, which is KDHX St. Louis. They're known as KDHX. Independent music plays here. FM and HD1 is a variety format with no additional subchannels. They're owned by Double Helix Corporation. Helix spelled Helix. I can't even spell Helix correctly. What's wrong with me? Anyway, 88.7 channel 204, WSIE, Edwardsville, Illinois. They're known as The Sound. They play a mix of jazz, blues, and R&B, which is owned by Southern Illinois University, Edwardsville. Of course, Southern Illinois' main campus is located in Carbondale, Illinois. 89.1 channel 206, broadcasting in high definition, is KCLC St. Charles, Missouri. 89.1 The Wood. On the main FM analog signal and on HD1 is album Adult Alternative. HD2 is also an album adult alternative station, which is dubbed as The Experience. So HD1 is known as The Wood, HD2 is The Experience. KCLC is owned by Lindenwood University. 89.3 channel 207 is KTBJ Festus, Missouri. This is part of the CSN network, the Christian Satellite Network, where God's Word is heard. This is a Christian radio format ran out of Twin Falls, Idaho, owned by Christian Broadcasting of Idaho. KTBJ operates translator station K220HT 91.9 FM in the St. Louis section known as Webster Groves. 89.5 channel 208 actually has two stations, but we'll look at the standalone station first, which is KCFV Ferguson, Missouri. 89.5 The Wave. Diverse music for your diverse mind. This is a college radio station owned by St. Louis Community College. The other station on 89.5 channel 208 is also heard on 89.7 channel 209. So these two stations broadcast the same programming. 89.5 channel 208 is KNLH Cedar Hill, Missouri. 89.7 is channel 209 is KNLP Potosi, Missouri. They're both known as the Here's Help Network, which airs a Christian radio format with programming from the Here's Help Network and Salem Communications. Both stations are owned by the New Life I can't even say the word. Anyway, both stations are owned by the New Life Evangelistic Center. Something. That is a tongue twister. I'm sorry about that, guys. Okay, moving on. 89.9 channel 210 has a pair of stations as well. The first station airs in standard analog, and that's KGNV, Washington, Missouri. They're known as the Good News Voice. They air a mix of Christian talk and Christian music, which is owned by Missouri River Christian Broadcasting Incorporated. And KGNV's programming is simulcast on KGNN FM 90.3 Cuba, Missouri, KGNX 89.7 FM Baldwin, Missouri, and KGUA FM 89.9 Arnold, Missouri. They also operate 3 translator stations. K285FC 104.9 FM Jefferson City, K264BZ 100.7 Rolla, and K23580 or AO, I should say, 94.9 Salem. The other station on 89.9 broadcasts in high definition, and that's WLCA Godfrey, Illinois. Branded simply as 89.9, their slogan is College Radio's Best. FM and HD1 is alternative rock, and then HD2 is a station known as Hit Radio. I'm not sure if it's also alternative rock or if it's a top 40 station. I'm leaning towards top 40 though, personally. WLCA is owned by Lewis and Clark Community College. 90.3 channel 212 is KWUR Clayton. St. Louis Underground Music. They broadcast a free-form format, which is owned by Washington University in St. Louis. 90.7, Channel 214, broadcasting in high definition, is KWMU St. Louis. They're known as St. Louis Public Radio 90.7 KWMU, your community, your world. On the main FM analog signal and on HD1 is the news talk format with news updates and programming from NPR, National Public Radio. HD2 is branded as KWMU2, which plays jazz. And then HD3 is known as Classical 90.7 KWMU3 and WQUB3, which is classical music. KWMU is owned by the University of Missouri St. Louis, and is simulcast on KMST 88.5 FM Wlca and on WQUB 90.3 FM in Quincy, Illinois. 91.1 Channel 216 is KBGM, Park Hills, Missouri. They're part of the American Family Radio Network and airs its AFR Talk Network, which is Christian Talk and Teaching, owned by AFR's parent company, the American Family Association. And wrapping up the non-commercial band is 91.5 Channel 218, KSIV FM St. Louis, also part of the Bot Radio Network, in which programming is also heard on KSIV AM 1320, Clayton, Missouri. This is a Christian talk and teaching station from Bot Communications Incorporated. Now to the commercial band, starting with 92.3, Channel 222, broadcasting in high definition, WIL-FM St. Louis, New Country 92.3, nobody plays more new country. On FM analog and on HD1 is country music, and then their HD2 signal is an oldies formatted station branded as My Mix 94.3, which is relayed over translator station W232CR 94.3 FM, Alton, Illinois. WIL-FM is owned by Hubbard Broadcasting. 93.1 Channel 226 is KBDZ, Perryville, Missouri. Classic Rock 93.1. This is a classic rock station with programming from Westwood One. They're owned by Donze Communications. 93.7 Channel 229, broadcasting in high definition, is KSD St. Louis. 93.7 The Bowl, St. Louis's number one for new country. FM and HD1 is country. HD2 is iHeart Country Classics, which broadcasts classic country. KSD is owned by iHeart Media. And not to be confused with NBC television affiliate KSD KTV Channel 5, which had the KSD TV call sign back in the day before refurbishing to the current KSDK. Alright, 94.1 is a repeater station for KLJY, so we'll save that for a sec. We'll jump ahead to 94.7, Channel 234, KSHE, Crestwood, Missouri. KSHE 95, The Rock of St. Louis. FM HD1 is Classic Rock. HD2 is known as Freeform Classic Rock. KSHE 95 is owned by Hubbard Broadcasting. 95.5, Channel 238, broadcasting in high definition, is WFUN FM Bethalto, Illinois. Their branding and slogan are pretty much one and the same. 95.5, R&B for the Lou. FM and HD1 is Urban Adult Contemporary, owned by Urban One, and this is just one of two stations in St. Louis that Urban One owns. 95.9 Channel 240 is KYLS FM, Ironton, Missouri. Froggy 96, Today's Best Country and the Legends. This is a country music station. Wikipedia has them listed with a new country format, and they have news updates from CNN. KYLS FM is owned by Dawkins Broadcast Group, LLC. 96.3 Channel 242, broadcasting in high definition, is KNOU St. Louis. Now 96.3, All the Hits. FM and HD1 is Top 40 CHR. On HD2 is classical music, branded as Classic 107.3, relayed over translator station K297BI St. Louis at 107.3 FM. which is owned by Radio Arts Foundation. HD3 is smooth jazz, known as Hip 96.3. KNOU is owned by Entercom. 97.1, Channel 246, also broadcasting in high definition, is KFTK FM, Florissant, Missouri. FM News Talk 97.1. In touch and up to date. FM HD1 is the news talk format with news updates from Fox News Radio, Premier Radio Networks, and Westwood One. And then on HD2 is adult standards. KFTK FM is owned by Entercom, and they operate translator station K254CR 98.7 St. Louis. 97.7 is also kind of a relay station of KLJY, so we'll be talking about this station shortly as well. So we'll jump to 98.1, Channel 251, broadcasting in high definition, KYKY St. Louis. Y98, today's best music. FM and HD1 is Hot Adult Contemporary, and then on HD2 is Adult Album Alternative, known as The River, and then HD3 is Channel Q, which is LGBTQ talk, dance, and EDM. KYKY Y98 is owned by Entercom. 98.5 Channel 253 is KTJJ Farmington. J98, The Boots. They broadcast a country music format with programming from ABC Radio. They're owned by Alpha Media. And with their 100,000 watt signal, it probably gets into St. Louis proper pretty easily. You can listen to 98.5, I think, in St. Louis. Alright, now we've made it to 99.1. Channel 256, broadcasting in high definition. That's KLJY Clayton, Missouri. They're known as Joy FM, music, faith, community. On FM and HD1 is contemporary Christian music. And then HD2 is Christian hip hop, known as Boost 1019. It is relayed over translator station K270BW 101.9 FM, Bellefontaine, Missouri, and is also repeated on KHZR 97.7 FM, Channel 249, Potosi, Missouri. And the contemporary Christian format is also repeated on KPVR 94.1, Channel 231, Bowling Green, Missouri. KLJY is owned by Gateway Creative Broadcasting Incorporated. 99.9 Channel 260 is KFAV Warrington, so we're headed back to the Westplex for this one. KFAV 99.9 FM, today's hot country. This is a country music station from Caspar Broadcasting. 100.1 Channel 261 is KDJR DeSoto, Missouri, which airs a religious format from the Family Worship Center Church. 100.3 Channel 262, broadcasting in high definition, is KATZ FM, Bridgeton, Missouri. 100.3 The Beat, STL's Hip Hop and R&B. FM and HD1 is Urban Contemporary. HD2 is Urban AC, known as Magic 103.7. It is relayed over translator W279AQ 103.7 FM, Muskota, Illinois. And for the time being, simulcast on KLLT 104.9 FM in Columbia, Illinois. More on this station shortly. KATZ FM is owned by iHeartMedia. 100.7 Channel 264 is KFNS FM, Troy, Missouri. 100.7 FM, The Viper, everything that rocks. This is an active rock station from Viper Broadcasting, LLC. 101.1, Channel 266, broadcasting in high definition, is WXOS, East St. Louis, Illinois. 101 ESPN. They have a pair of slogans here. Their main slogan is St. Louis's sports station. Their backup is the pride of St. Louis sports. WXOS is the St. Louis affiliate of ESPN Radio. And then on HD2 is a simulcast, a cable television network, ESPN News. 101 ESPN is the flagship station of the reigning Stanley Cup champion St. Louis Blues, and is also the home for St. Louis Billikens men's basketball. WXOS is owned by Hubbard Broadcasting. 101.7, Channel 269 is KWUL, Ellsbury, Missouri. They're known as K-Wolf. That's WULF, not WOLF. This station broadcasts Americana music, which is owned by Dennis Wallace, court-appointed receiver. So apparently there was an ownership change at this station as well. 102.5, Channel 273, broadcasting in high definition, is Kfn St Louis. 102.5 KEZK. St. Louis's best mix of the 80s through today. FM and HD1 is adult contemporary, and I think they play Christmas music during the holiday season. I'm not sure. I wrote it in there with a question mark. HD2 is contemporary Christian music known as The Spirit. And then on HD3 is the News Talk simulcast of News Radio 1120 KMOX. KEZK FM is owned by Entercom. 103.3, Channel 277, broadcasting in high definition, is KLOU, St. Louis. 103.3 KLOU, St. Louis's greatest hits. FM and HD1 is classic hits, and I know for sure that this station does play Christmas music during the holidays. And there are no additional subchannels. This station is owned by iHeartMedia. The next three stations are short-spaced with each other. 104.1, Channel 281, also broadcasting in high definition, is WHHL, Hazelwood, Missouri. Hot 104.1 FM, St. Louis's source for hip-hop and R&B. So this is the main competitor for 100.3 The Beat. FM and HD1 is urban contemporary with no additional subchannels. And this is the second of the two radio properties in St. Louis that Urban One owns. WHHL also operates translator station K268CT at 101.5 FM, St. Peters, Missouri. Next to them at 104.3, Channel 282, is KDBB, Bon Terre, Missouri. B104.3, the Parkland's Classic Hits station. This is an MKS Broadcasting owned radio station with a classic hits format. And then the third of the short space stations is 104.5, Channel 283, KSL QFM, Washington, Missouri. QFM 104.5. This is a hot adult contemporary station from Y2K Incorporated. 104.9, Channel 285, broadcasting in high definition. Now this is the station that just recently went through a format change. KLLT, Columbia, Illinois. Magic 103.7 and 104.9, today's R&B and throwbacks. On FM analog and on HD1 is Urban Adult Contemporary, and then HD2 is the urban contemporary simulcast of 100.3 The Beats. KLLT is owned by iHeartMedia. Now, here's what happened. KLLT flipped from its alternative rock format as Alt 1049 to Urban AC on July 17th. So last Friday, this format change took effect. Now, 103.7, which is translator station W279AQ in Muskota, Illinois, was airing the Urban AC format on its own on that translator. So now they will simulcast with 104.9 until July 27th, which is this coming Monday, when a new format is expected to be launched on the 103.7 translator. And I wouldn't be surprised if the Black Information Network is unveiled on 103.7 come Monday morning. So if you're in the St. Louis area, keep your radios tuned to the 103.7 frequency to see what new format emerges come Monday. 105.7, channel 289, broadcasting in high definition. Probably the big reason why 104.9 was forced to change formats is KPNT, Collinsville, Illinois. 105.7 The Point, St. Louis's rock alternative. FM HD1 is alternative rock. And then HD2 and HD3 are both branded as The Point 2. And I think Wikipedia even said that the HD2 subchannel plays classic rock. But anyway, HD2 is the stereo simulcast of The Point 2. And then HD3 is the regular analog simulcast of The Point 2. KPNT is owned by Hubbard Broadcasting. 106.5, channel 293, broadcasting in high definition. I have no idea why I didn't write this in. There it is. WARH, Granite City, Illinois. This station is known as 106.5 The Arch. You never know what you'll hear next. On FM analog and on HD1 is Adult Hits. So this is kind of like a Jack FM of sorts. On HD2 is a female-oriented talk station. Yes, there is such a thing as that. Branded as My Talk 107.1. And this is actually a simulcast of sister station KTMY out of Minneapolis. And then on HD3 is a religious format known as the Latter-day Saints channel, which you usually hear on Bonneville-owned stations, on the digital subchannels of Bonneville-owned stations, but WARH has it on their HD3. 106.5 The Arch is owned by Hubbard Broadcasting. Alright, two more stations left, starting off with 107.1, channel 296, which is KLMZ, Leadwood, Missouri. This station is known as The Zone. They operate a classic rock format from Dawkins Communications Incorporated and is repeated on KTNX 103.9 FM, channel 280, Arcadia, Missouri. And wrapping up the St. Louis market is 107.7, channel 299, KSLZ St. Louis, Z1077, STL's #1 hit music station. FM and HD1 is Top 40 CHR. And then on HD2 is Pride Radio, which is Top 40 Dance and EDM. KSLZ is owned by iHeartMedia. So, there's the St. Louis radio market, including stations from nearby Farmington, Illinois. Or not Farmington, Illinois, but rather Farmington, Missouri. About 75 miles to the south, I think, of St. Louis. That's the 24th largest radio market in the country. Next up is the 23rd largest radio market in the country. The Queen City of the South, Charlotte, North Carolina, will be our next city of focus when we continue our series on the AM and FM radio stations from across the country. Until then, Big Al signing off. Thanks for watching and stay tuned to the channel for some more vids. Peace out.